Unveiling the sacred secrets of strength, discover resilience on your spiritual journey. I never expected a single dream to change everything. Yet here I am, teetering on the edge of a revelation. The night whispers secrets. A cool breeze brushes my skin, carrying the scent of damp earth and mystery. Every shadow flickers with possibility, every rustle in the trees speaks of stories untold. It's in this enchanted moment that I question everything. My name is Mara, and I find myself at a crossroads. Doubt clings to my chest like a heavy cloak. My life felt mundane, rooted in routines that drained my spirit. I sought something deeper, a connection, a truth that pulsed beneath the surface of everyday life. Too often, I felt like a ghost, drifting through a fog of uncertainty, yearning for clarity. Just days ago, I had a dream. It was vivid, alive. I was standing at the edge of a dark forest, the trees looming like ancient giants. A golden light flickered among the branches, inviting me closer. My heart raced. The light, was it hope? Was it a warning? Everything felt significant, like the universe was whispering my name. As I delve deeper into my thoughts, signs appear before me. A butterfly dances past, its wings shimmering with vibrant colors. It's a symbol of transformation, and in its fluttering grace, I feel a spark of excitement. My breath catches. The world around me seems to pulse with energy, each leaf, each gust of wind filled with a purpose yet to be revealed. Questions swirl in my mind like storm clouds. What am I meant to discover? Is there a strength within me, waiting to be unveiled? With each passing moment, I can feel the lines of fate tightening around my heart, a profound shift ready to unfold. But as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows on my path, an unsettling thought creeps in: what if I'm not ready for the truth? I stand still, isolated in this haunting silence, eyes darting back to the trees. The whispers grow louder, swirling with the wind, calling me into the unknown. The darkness feels alive, electric. What am I stepping into? And as night falls, a single star bursts into brilliance overhead, illuminating the questions that linger unanswered. Hey, before we continue with this amazing story, I need to give you an important heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Take a quick second to check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I'd hate for you to miss any of the exclusive content coming soon. And while you're there, smash that like button, it really helps me out with the algorithm. Oh, and tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's connect. The night envelopes me in its tender embrace, as I take a step towards the forest. The air thickens with anticipation, and the trees seem to sway in a rhythm that calls to my very soul. Each step feels monumental, the ground cool against my bare feet. I pause, absorbing the sounds: the rustling leaves, the distant hooting of an owl, and an inexplicable pulse that resonates with my heartbeat. As I venture deeper into the darkened woods, it occurs to me that this journey is not just about discovery, it is an excavation of identity, a peeling back of layers that have been so meticulously crafted over time. The weight of my past clamors for attention, shadows of self-doubt and limiting beliefs lurking just beyond the periphery. Will I confront them? Can I? My thoughts swirl into a vortex of memories. I recall moments of pain, instances when I felt invisible, and choices that suffocated my spirit. Yet against this backdrop of sorrow, sparks of joy flicker like biakansa laughter shared with loved ones, moments of standing tall despite the chaos, and the fleeting yet precious instances of connection that felt like coming home. Suddenly, the path opens up before me, revealing a small clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center stands a gnarled tree, its roots sprawling like veins, intertwining beneath the soil. The tree's surface, rugged and cracked, tells a story of perseverance. I can't help but reach out, my fingers grazing the rough bark, and as I do, a river of warmth pulses through me. It ignites a memory from years ago, standing in my grandmother's garden, surrounded by the glowing magic of life and death in perfect harmony. In that moment, I hear a voice, soft but firm. Mara, you carry the strength of generations. Feel it. The words echo through the clearing, reverberating off the tree and curling around my heart. The air thickens, and in the stillness, clarity crashes over me like a wave. I am not just a collection of moments, I am the culmination of every triumph and tribulation, a legacy written in stardust and earth. The thought ignites a flicker of hope. Yet, even as this realization washes over me, questions remain. What does it mean to harness this strength? How can I weave it into the tapestry of my life? These questions whirl around, and with each breath, uncertainty creeps in. Can I stand tall like this majestic tree, rooted in my truth while reaching for the sky? Or will I falter and bend under the weight of expectations and fear, as if sensing my turmoil, the wind picks up, rustling my hair and wrapping around me in a comforting embrace. It carries an unusual scent, earthy and sweet, with an undertone of something electric. Instinctively, I turn to the direction from where the breeze has come, and gasps of awe escape my lips. A procession of glowing orbs dances through the trees, illuminating the night with a soft luminescence. They seem ethereal, darting and swirling, painting the darkness with their radiance. Could they be spirits of guidance? Or whispers of wisdom waiting to be uncovered? My heart races as I observe the clusters of light. They flit and twirl, teasing me into their realm of luminosity. I realize they are drawing me forward, deeper into the heart of the forest where secrets yet untold beckon. As I follow their lead, I think of the dream that ignited this quest. The golden light still lingers in my mind. What if the answers I seek are not merely at the end of this path but interwoven through each moment of this experience? What if the light is not a destination, but a revelation crafted through the journey itself? With every step, the forest feels more alive, the energies intertwining with my own, reminding me that I am never truly alone. Though the path remains shrouded in mystery, my reflections deepen, compelling me to ask, as I reach toward the light, can I trust my own strength to guide me, and should I embrace the unknown that lies ahead? I step cautiously behind the orbs, their dance luring me into the mysterious depths of the forest. Each pulse of light casts fleeting shadows, illuminating ancient trees, their gnarled limbs stretching upward as if reaching for something infinitely beyond. The air is rich with life, even the ground beneath my feet seems to hum with a vibrant energy, coaxing me to let go of my apprehension and yield to the journey unfolding. As I move forward, the sound of rushing water filters through the foliage, enchanting my senses. Could there be a stream nearby? I quicken my pace, the excitement fluttering in my chest. As I approach a shimmering brook, the water cascades over smooth stones, creating a melody that harmonizes with the songs of night. I kneel beside the edge, captivated by the moonlight reflecting off the surface like a blanket of stars come to life. In the translucent water, I catch glimpses of my reflection, distorted yet beautiful, a representation of all I have faced. The ripples remind me of the lessons I've learned, how moments of disruption can morph into opportunities for growth. In those shifting images, I see not only my past but the multitude of paths ahead, shimmering like the stars above, blurring the line between possibility and reality. It's all a reflection, isn't it? I whisper to the brook, half expecting an answer. The gentle sound of water answers in its own way, an invitation of acceptance. Suddenly, the orbs of light encircle me, casting a soft glow on the brook's surface. They swirl as if in a playful dance, enticing me to take a leap of faith, to surrender myself to the current that flows both within and around me. I lean closer, the water inviting me to place my hands in the cool liquid. As I immerse my fingers, a vision begins to unfold in the fluid depths. Faces of those who have crossed my path flicker, some familiar, others strangers, each one a teacher, a guide in my spiritual awakening. Their stories weave through mine, forming a tapestry rich in lessons and shared wisdom. I am reminded of my place in the continuum of life, a single thread intricately connected to many others. For a moment, I lose myself in their presence, feeling both humble and powerful, as though the burdens I've carried are being lifted gently away, unspooling from the fabric of my being. I see the faces of friends who have stood by me, adversities that have shaped me, and tender moments with beloved family that root me deeply in love. Then, amidst the flickering faces, one stands out, a figure illuminated in golden light. It is my grandmother, vibrant and full of warmth, her smile boundless. Remember, child, her voice flows through me like the brook, strength is not merely in standing tall but in bending gracefully with life's currents. Trust the flow and you will find resilience beyond your reckoning. Tears brim in my eyes as I connect with a familiar comfort, her energy wrapping around me like a shawl. I can see now, my journey is woven with the essence of every soul I've encountered, a collective strength that transcends individual struggles. I feel lighter, my spirit dances, infused with a newfound clarity, but as the currents continue to pull at my thoughts, another question emerges unbidden: what if resilience does not mean only overcoming trials but learning to flow with them? To allow life to shape me rather than fear the shaping? As I ponder this, the river begins to swell gently, carrying whispers of wisdom as it carries leaves and petals downstream. Those whispers seem to echo. What is it you truly wish to embrace in this flow? And so I sit by the water, pondering this question, realizing that within every ripple lies the potential for transformation. The journey ahead sparkles with endless possibilities, but I must choose what to carry forward, what to release, and how to navigate these currents of existence. As the glowing orbs float above the brook, I feel an inexplicable pull toward the forest's deeper secrets still waiting to be unveiled. What other lessons await me in their embrace? The water's song lingers in my ears as I pull my hands from the brook, droplets shimmering like jewels under the moon's gaze. I stand, spine straight and heart racing, knowing that the forest holds more than just shadows and whispers. The orbs, pulsing with life, draw me deeper into the woods, their light a compass guiding me toward uncharted spiritual terrain. With each step, the underbrush crunches softly beneath my feet, a comforting reminder of my presence in this sacred space. The air thickens with the unmistakable scent of pine and earth, a grounding anchor amidst the ethereal glow around me. As I navigate through the twisted roots and vibrant green ferns, I hear a sound distinct from the symphony of Naturia, low, resonating hum that beckons me forward, promising answers to questions still lingering in my heart. The path narrows until I find myself in a clearing, illuminated by the silvery light spilling from the sky. In the center, a striking figure sits cross-legged on a large stone, wisdom emanating from him like the glow of the orbs. His hair flows like silver streams, and his eyes, deep pools of understanding, invite me to engage in a dialogue beyond words. I approach with caution, and he smiles knowingly, motioning for me to sit across from him. You've come seeking something? His voice is gentle yet firm, echoing in the stillness of the clearing. I seek understanding, I confess, feeling the weight of my journey in my chest. In the currents of life, I wish to learn how to flow rather than resist. How can I find the strength to embrace the path ahead? Strength is but a reflection of your willingness to be vulnerable, he replies, his tone wrapping around me like the warmth of sunlight breaking through the clouds. You are a vessel, shaped by the experiences and lessons you gather. It is in the release, the surrender to the unknown, that true resilience blooms. His words echo like the stirring of the brook within me. I remember the faces from my vision, the connection I share with each one, and the legacies they've created. But how do I allow myself to be vulnerable without losing my way? I ask, a knot of apprehension tightening in my gut. That is the paradox of the journey, he muses, eyes sparkling with ancient wisdom. You must learn to listen to the whispers of your heart, the calls of your intuition. They will guide you through the shadows of doubt and into the light of your own being. Your journey is not just about discovering strength, it is also about uncovering truth. And every truth requires the courage to face it. As he speaks, I feel an awakening within, like the gentle unfurling of a bud kissed by the morning sun. The thoughts of what I might uncover, both beautiful and painful, dance in the air between us. What if I discover I am not who I thought I was? What if I have to confront fears I've hidden away? The figure smiles again, and it is not just a gesture, but a radiant encouragement. Then you will embrace them as part of your tapestry. Each fear can transform into a guidepost along your path. When you stand before them, evaluate their roots, and question their hold over you, you begin to strip them of their power. Only then can you embrace freedom. His words resonate with an unshakable truth, igniting a flame of curiosity within. What fears lie dormant within me, waiting for the courage to surface? What truths am I unwilling to embrace that could illuminate my path forward? As the moon rises higher, it transforms the clearing into a sanctuary of serenity. I can almost hear the brook's gentle coaxing to reflect on my past, each current carrying a lesson learned. The orbs swirl around me, vibrant hydrangeas of color, whispering secrets of unity and connection, urging me toward self-exploration. Remember, the figure continues, in your quest for understanding, the journey inward aligns with the journey outward. The more you understand yourself, the more you connect with the essence of everything around you. The world is a reflection of your spirit, and your spirit illuminates the world. Nodding, I grasp the profound meaning of his words, but another question ignites within me, a flicker in the vast forest of thought. If the world is a reflection of my spirit, what do I truly want to reflect? What aspects of myself remain hidden, waiting to be unveiled? As I contemplate this, the glow of the orbs begins to shimmer in synchrony, creating patterns that beckon towards the depths of the forest, the uncharted terrain of my soul awaiting discovery. The journey within is not yet complete, and the question remains: what revelations will guide me in uncovering the sacred strength that lies hidden within? Stepping away from the clearing, I feel the weight of uncertainty transforming into exhilarating anticipation. The forest embraces me once more, each path radiating life as the orbs dance playfully through the trees. I walk deeper, guided by an insatiable curiosity, the echoes of the silver-haired figure's wisdom still resonating in my thoughts. As I meander through the embrace of towering trunks, I find my heart pounding with an unexpected urgency. The forest seems to whisper of more encounters, more lessons waiting to unveil themselves. The air shifts, carrying the faint scent of earth mixed with something sweet, perhaps the promise of blooming flowers yet unseen. In the distance, I hear a soft melody weaving in and out of the rustling leaves, a harmonic call that seems intimately familiar. Allowing my feet to follow the enchanting sound, I venture toward a fountain of light emerging from a copse of trees. It grows louder, the rhythmic hum triggering something deep within me. What truths await just beyond this curtain of foliage? Emerging from the trees, I find a circle of brilliant blossoms, their petals radiant under the moonlight. In the center stands a woman draped in fabrics that shimmer like stars woven into the night sky. She dances gracefully, unburdened, each movement narrating a story of freedom and joy. The moment I enter her sphere, she halts, her gaze locking onto mine with a knowing intensity. "Welcome, seeker," she says, her voice as fluid as a gentle stream, rich with warmth. "You are drawn to the heart of your essence. To unveil your sacred strength, you must first learn the art of joy." Joy? I echo, slightly bewildered. But how does that lead me to discover my strength when I find myself mired in doubts and fears? With a light laugh, she spins lightly, flowers falling like laughter around her. Joy is a balm for your soul. Each dance, every moment of delight, nourishes the seeds of strength you possess yet to recognize. When you allow joy to seep into the crevices of your being, you create space for clarity. Intrigued, I soak in her words. Can I truly find strength and joy in the shadows of love that I often neglect to embrace? I watch as she twirls again, her energy infectious. What if joy is the key to dislodging the fears that weave through my existence? Embrace it, she continues, stepping closer. Find what makes your heart sing and let that melody guide you. Seek experiences that ignite your spirit, whether in laughter, creativity, or connection with others. Her hands dance through the air, as if unearthing unseen possibilities. In joy, you will tap into the reservoir of resilience nestled within your very core. I grin, feeling an almost childlike excitement ignite within me. The memories of simpler times flicker like fireflies behind my eyes, an invitation to rediscover what brings me happiness, to peel back layers hiding my heart's desires. Yet as the lightness washes over me, a quiet voice rises, weaving through my newfound curiosity. Can I truly indulge in joy when darkness still lingers? Will it distract me from confronting my fears? The woman notices my hesitation, and for a moment, the dance pauses entirely. Joy does not erase your struggles, dear one. Instead, it is a companion that walks alongside them. To embrace joy is to acknowledge the full spectrum of your experience. It casts light even in the darkest corners. As I absorb her message, I glance down at the blossoming flowers beneath my feet, their luminescence a reminder of vibrant life bursting forth despite the night. Perhaps, in allowing joy to flow, I can nurture the soil of my spirit, giving space for hope to flourish. You are not alone in this journey. The essence of joy interconnects us all, she adds softly, gesturing to the orbs that begin to pulse in rhythm with her heartbeat. Every soul bears witness to its own struggles and triumphs. Through your dance with joy, you resonate beyond yourself, touching the lives of others in ways you may not yet understand. Her words awaken a yearning within. Perhaps this is the thread that links us. What if my ability to embrace joy can illuminate not only my own path but also encourage others to step into the light of their own stories? In this constellation of thought, new questions stir. How might I integrate moments of happiness into my journey of self-discovery? What connections can I forge through vulnerability and joy that reflect my true essence? With every pulse of the orbs, the call of the inner forest grows stronger. The unknown beckons, and I realize that the adventure encompasses an entire world beyond fear and uncertainty. In this exploration of joy, I step boldly toward new revelations, nurturing resilience and weaving my spirit into the tapestry of being. As I prepare to follow the woman's rhythm, her last words linger in the air, an eternal echo. Remember, dear heart, every dance, every moment of joy, is but a stepping stone toward unveiling your sacred strength. Step into the unknown, and let the journey unfold. And as I step back into the embrace of the forest, a vibrant question takes root in my mind. What joyful encounters will serve as my guiding stars in the uncharted expanse of my spiritual journey? As I leave the circle of blossoms behind, the laughter of the dancing woman still reverberates in my chest, intertwining with the sound of the forest. The moon climbs higher, illuminating my path with an ethereal glow, and the orbs begin to swirl around me like constellations guiding my way. Each step is filled with a newfound purpose. I am not just a seeker, I am a vessel ready to explore the depths of joy and resilience. As I walk, the forest seems to shift subtly, and I can feel the energy around me quickening, alive with possibilities. The trees, towering sentinels of wisdom, sway gently in the breeze, whispering secrets I've yet to encounter. I pause, resting my hand on the textured bark of one particularly ancient oak. It reminds me of the stories I've read about trees as guardians, holding the memory of those who sought refuge beneath their branches. They've witnessed the triumph of joy and the sting of sorrow. Perhaps they, too, understand the delicate dance between light and darkness. Suddenly, a soft, glowing light emerges between the trunks, beckoning me. I follow its shimmering trail, my heart beating in time with the ambient sounds around me. As I draw closer, the glow transforms into a small clearing, and within it, I find a gathering of creatures, all manner of animals, both common and fantastical, encircled around a glowing fire. The air is filled with a sense of camaraderie, and they turn to me, eyes bright with understanding. Welcome, seeker of joy. One of them, a wise-looking owl, hoots gently, his feathers shimmering like stardust in the firelight. We gather to celebrate the interconnectedness of all life. Each of us carries stories woven with struggles and triumphs, and tonight, we share them with open hearts. That I feel an invitation throbbing in the air, urging me to join this circle. What stories will you share? I ask, my voice tinged with curiosity. The owl ruffles his feathers, and his deep, knowing gaze conveys both wisdom and warmth. We share tales of joy to remind ourselves that even amid darkness, there is always brilliance. For every shadow, there exists a light striving to break free. When you understand this interplay, you learn to embrace both sides of your journey. The other creatures nod in agreement, and a lively fox steps forward, its amber eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. I will begin. It says. There was a time when I felt like a mere spectator in my own life, watching joy dance past me while I remained mired in doubts. Then one day, I found a patch of the most beautiful wildflowers, swaying in the sun, and I felt an urge to join them. For the first time, I danced without fear. In that moment, I discovered that my absence from joy was my greatest prison. As the fox shares this poignant memory, I feel the stirring of my own experiences bubbling to the surface, as if echoing the fox's sentiments. My heart recalls memories of when I held back laughter, not wanting to draw attention to myself or fearing judgment. Yet, each recollection carries the scent of joy beneath the weight of doubt, a potent reminder of my capacity for resilience, and so the stories flow, one after another. The gentle deer speaks of finding friendship in the unlikeliest of places, the sleek wolf describes a moment of profound connection with a stranger, and the nimble hare recounts a joyful leap into the unknown that led to unexpected new beginnings. Each tale resonates within me, reflecting not only their journeys but the threads of my own story that interlace with theirs. As the night unfolds, the fire crackles and illuminates the gathering, and I am struck by a revelation. Every story shared is an affirmation of joy's power to heal and transform, to blend our experiences into a vibrant tapestry of life. Yet in a rush to embrace this beauty, I become aware of the small, unresolved shadows lingering in my heart. Can moments of joy truly eclipse the fears I carry? I ask, the question hanging heavy in the air, drawing attention. The owl regards me thoughtfully. Joy does not rid you of fears, dear one. Instead, it teaches you how to dance with them. The more you honor joy, the less power your fears will hold. When you allow yourself to feel, to move, to connect, you transform those shadows into stepping stones. With that, I feel the gravity of his message resonating deep within me. If each story has the potential to bridge the darkness within, then perhaps I, too, can begin crafting my own narrative of resilience, a narrative woven not just with threads of sorrow but vibrant with moments of light. As the storytelling continues, I allow myself to be enveloped by the warmth of connection, realizing that joy is not a destination but a practice that can coexist with my fears. Perhaps this is the essence of what the silver-haired figure and the dancing woman were conveying: joy as a transformative force, not an escape but a route to deeper understanding. And so, as I listen to the final tales echoing through the night, a chant of possibility reverberates in my heart. I step closer to the fire, ready to share my own story, ready to embrace the joy that flourishes even amid uncertainty. What stories of joy will emerge from me, and how will they illuminate the path I still have yet to walk? What new revelatory encounters await in this dance of resilience? The fire's glow seemed to pulse with an energy all its own, casting playful shadows that danced around the gathering. The stories shared, each one a thread of connection, had spun a cocoon of warmth around me. As the final echoes of the hare's tale faded into the night air, I felt the weight of anticipation pressing upon my chest, like a song waiting to be sung. With a deep breath, I stepped forward, my heart racing. I, too, have danced with shadows, I began, my voice trembling slightly but gaining strength with each word. There have been moments when joy felt distant, a flickering flame barely visible through the fog of doubt. As I spoke, their eyes bright and patient encouraged my vulnerability. I recounted times when I'd overlooked small joys, tethered to expectations that loomed like mountains before me. I shared my yearning, the deep-seated need for approval often overshadowing my own happiness. My voice trailed off, and for a moment, I felt adrift among my memories. The wise owl, observing my struggles, nodded sagely. What you express is a common thread in many lives, the dichotomy of aspiration and acceptance. The dance between seeking joy and the belief that it must come in certain forms. Tell us, seeker, what joy seems to you in stillness, away from shadows. I paused, absorbing the question. Indeed, joy often appeared as a kaleidoscope of colors, yet I realized I seldom allowed the hues of solitude and mindful stillness to blend into my picture. I closed my eyes and envisioned myself beneath the vast expanse of sky, soaking in the quiet. Perhaps there, in the embrace of stillness, lay a sacred space to acknowledge both joy and pain. Suddenly, a soft rustling in the bushes caught my attention, and a small, ethereal creature appeared. It resembled a cross between a fox and a butterfly, its wings shimmering with iridescent patterns that changed hue with the light. It approached tentatively, its gaze wide and curious. "Ah, the seeker of colors!" exclaimed the owl, delight dancing in his voice. "This is Luma, a spirit of transformation. She brings insights hidden in the folds of joy. Luma hovered close to me, her wings gently beating as she dipped and twirled. You see only shadows now, yet within them exists an invitation to explore your vibrancy, she chimed, her voice melodic like the wind. To embrace joy, you must gather your colors, even the grays and deep blues. Gather colors? I echoed, bewilderment filling my mind. How can I use shades I don't yet understand? Luma fluttered in a circle, leaving a trail of shimmering dust that sparkled momentarily in the darkness. Each hue embodies an experience. Pain may bring deep indigo, gratitude a bright yellow, and fleeting joy an ephemeral pink. Acknowledge them all, for they weave the unique tapestry of life. Dance through uncertainty and allow the colors to swirl, intertwine, and illuminate each path. The gathering around the fire fell silent, as if the woods themselves had paused to absorb her words. I nodded slowly, feeling a stir of excitement within me, as if new petals were beginning to unfurl in my heart. Perhaps every emotion, every moment holding both joy and shadow, could serve as an exquisite brushstroke on my canvas of existence. As Luma lingered, I felt a magnetic pull to the depths of my own spirit, a whisper urging me to seek out experiences that shaped my colors, the tough lessons learned during heartbreak, laughter shared freely with friends, the serenity found in the still moments of solitude. Everything contributed to my story, an intrinsic mosaic of resilience that deserved to be honored, but the question lurked, elusive and profound: was I brave enough to honor all my colors, to uncover the layers of joy hidden beneath fear? Before I could voice my inquiry, Luma danced closer, her wings brushing against my arm. Meet me again at dawn, beneath the tallest oak. We'll explore together, she said, her voice fading like the last notes of a gentle lullaby. As the